Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Shujinkydink here. This is episode 4 now of the Tournament Series, and I was going to do part 2 of frame data, but I'm going to wait until I get my computer back. Right now I'm just recording from PS4. So this video is going to be about how to train online effectively, because I've seen a lot of threads on Testermite lately, and a lot of people saying how bad the online is, the netcode sucks, and there's no point in playing online. You can't get anything good out of it, but I can tell you that I have, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I do to train online, because I have had lots of success offline playing online. So just a couple tips that I felt I should share with people who are like me, don't have the luxury of a offline scene in their hometown. I have to travel about 6 hours every month to go to play in like a small local tournament and play some casuals with people, so I rely on online a lot. So the first thing that I would do is minimize your lag, of course. So if you play on a converter, try to avoid not playing on a converter if you can find an alternative way of doing it. Sometimes this is the only way that you can do it, and you know, it kind of sucks. Like for me, I play on the DS4 pad. I use it on my Xbox. I use the Cronus Max converter. It's got a 1 millisecond delay. I can feel it. I can actually feel that delay, but it doesn't really affect my game that much. I just have to make sure that I play some warm-up matches before I go into ESL or something like that. The second one that I would suggest is getting a monitor, an actual good monitor that is used at tournaments, that has the minimal delay. So usually you want to look at something with a 2 millisecond response time, or quicker if you can find something quicker. 3 monitors that I'm going to recommend to you right now. The first one is the Asus VH236H. This is the old Evo standard tournament monitor. A lot of tournament organizers still use this monitor. I know in Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, we use that monitor for most of our setups, and I'm pretty sure, I think EGP still uses them. I think Combat Network uses them, I'm not sure, but it's been the standard for years and years. They are hard to find now, though. You'll usually be able to find used ones online, eBay or something like that, so it's kind of rare now because they are a little bit older. They stopped making them. Which brings us to the second monitor that I'm going to recommend, which is the BenQ RL2460 HT. This one is the new Evo tournament standard monitor. It's what they use this year. I played on it. It feels just like the old Asus one. Great response time. One thing I really do like about the monitor as well is that it has the ability for an HDMI out. So if you're streaming, you don't get the delay from your capture card that you usually would usually experience when you see it, because usually the PlayStation goes right to the capture card and then to your monitor, so you lose a little bit of delay there as well. So this one doesn't do that. You can actually just go right from your PlayStation into the monitor, and then from HDMI out you go to the capture card and then to the computer, so you don't have that lag, which is really nice. My third one I'll recommend is, this is probably not the best one to get, but if it's your only option, it's the Gateway FHX2402L. It's got the response time, it's got a good picture. The only downside to this one is it doesn't have speakers, so you have to have a headset plugged into directly into your console if you want to have any game sound. This is the monitor that I use, and I kind of regret buying it. I'm going to upgrade at one point, but as far as gameplay and everything, it's awesome. It works great. It feels just like the other 2 monitors. It just doesn't have the audio. So if you're a big audio guy, a lot of guys have sound cues. Shouts to Rattlehead. Also, I believe Pig of the Hut is big on sound cues as well. So guys like that, they really like to have the game audio. So if that's important to you, I would look into that. Moving on from the monitors, I would get rid of your Wi-Fi. If you are playing on Wi-Fi, you really should not be doing that. I don't exactly understand why Wi-Fi is worse. I believe I heard somewhere that it can't download and upload at the same time, so it's constantly lagging behind, trying to catch up, something to that effect. All I know is that when I played on Wi-Fi, which sucked, but I had no other choice to do it, it was really inconsistent. And of course, it would be don't have a hard connection. So if you have the option to plug directly into a router or a modem, that would be the best option. And you're going to lose the all the lag from there, so you'll get your full connection speed. So now that we moved on from minimizing lag, the next thing you can do is play to the frame, is how I like to call it. So that's using your frame data. So instead of mashing out moves online and hoping they work, just do certain moves knowing that they're going to work based on the frame data. Like I got Tanya set to reversal attack, so let's say like I do a sky drop. I know that I can punish a sky drop with that move because the frames make sense. I'm not going to try and do a move that's way faster, or sorry, way slower than the recovery on the sky drop online and hope that it hits just because, you know, I know that they might not punish it or they might get out, something like that. So make sure that you know your frame data. It's all in here. I believe most of it's correct. I haven't come up to much that's incorrect, really. Someone can always help me out if something's wrong, but yeah, knowing your frame data, knowing your punishes. You're going to miss them sometimes online. Some connections aren't as good as others. Don't beat yourself up over it. As long as you know that you know how to punish that move, you have a 10 frame move that can punish that move, and you know that that move's minus 14, you're set. You're golden. You're going to go offline. You're going to play. You're going to be successful. Just make sure that you study and you punish accordingly based on frame data. And really the last option I would say to help you play online good is play people with good connections. I do play a lot of ranked matches. It's mostly just for fun, entertainment for my stream. You know, you do have a fair amount of people that do have a good connection at ranked matches, but a lot of the times it's really iffy. A lot of people play on Wi-Fi. A lot of people don't have the best internet speeds, so it doesn't make for good practice. Find somebody on like Test Your Might or go on Twitter. You know, I like to play people all the time, and just ask for some games and say, hey, can we play a set sometime? A lot of the people that will play competitively will have a good setup, so they'll be able to give you some meaningful experience where you can have a lag-free as possible experience. So the netcode for this game isn't really up to par at all with any other fighting game of this generation. Even last generation, Street Fighter 4 had a really good netcode. Killer Instinct has a really good netcode. Even Virtua Fighter 5, if you ever played that game online, had a really good netcode. Mortal Kombat X does not. So there is lag, there is delay. But as long as you make sure that you're playing your moves the way that your moves are supposed to be played, practice, and you get as much of the best equipment as you can still go to an offline event and be successful as I have. So hopefully this helps you out. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to drop them down there. Check out my sponsor, the Boss Battle Show. If you get a chance, they do lots of cool stuff, and they're a couple of wacky guys. Hashtag Bonehawks, and we will see you guys in the next video.